Hi guys, so today I'm doing a Warped Tour experience and like tips that you need to know if you're going to Warped Tour. So this is just my opinion, and so it started off, I went July 18th in Columbia, Maryland, and my parents drove me and my friend Michael down, and it was like pouring. I was getting really nervous, but I had a raincoat in my bag, just a light, like hooded, waterproof, just rain jacket. It was not like heavy or anything, so I wouldn't get too hot. And I would recommend bringing that. And also I would recommend bringing a string backpack because they're really easy to carry around, not too big, and people can't steal stuff. I don't know why they would, but if anyone thought they would steal something out of your bag, they can't like zipper it, open it. I'm going to show you mine. I am sorry to my brother who let me borrow this bag and it's actually ruined. I don't know if he remembers that he gave this to me, but bring something that you don't care about. I learned that the hard way. I should have got my own bag instead of borrowing someone's, but yeah. So this is what it looks like. It's this rock and roll marathon series string backpack, and it was fine. Oh, it's a little dirty, but it was fine until the string broke, and it just started unraveling while I was in line about to meet someone, and I was like, okay. So then it was fine again, and then like the strings are like really dirty, and then like it just went all downhill from there. Like this is literally one string. Oh, but yeah, sorry Alex. That's the bag though, but just bring something you don't care about. I actually got really mostly ruined when I was in the mosh pit. I'll talk about that later. I don't know. So we were going down there and we waited in line. We also brought canned goods so we could get an early express thing, you know? I have the wristband. I don't know where it is though. But, so we could get in for early, not for free, early. And then actually my dad knew a guy who was there, so he got us in for free, but we had to like wait in the line, and like the line was like really long, but since we got to skip the line, put our things in the line, and then we basically cut in front of everyone else, which I felt bad about because some people said they were there since 6 o'clock in the morning, but, you know, I'm sorry to those people, but, you know, I'm really not because, anyway, we waited in that line. It was, like, really, like, packed with people. Okay, this is a fence, and I was literally, like, all these people were around me. The gates opened, an hour late because of the rain and everything, and they came from Canada. The following day, no, not the following day, the previous day, they came from Canada, which I don't know why they would go from Canada to Maryland thinking that would work, and it started an hour late. So then we finally got in, and we were walking around, and there was no, like programs, I don't know what they're called, like, with people's times that they're performing, signings and everything. There was none of that. They said that it was because they came from Canada, and I was like, you couldn't print that out, like, 2 weeks ago? Anyway, there was none of that, so there was like a little help booth. So I went over there and I was like asking where the Journeys tent was, and the reason I was asking where the Journeys tent was because I've been doing research. I've been like stalking Warped Tour and everything for previous dates leading up to mine, and Pierce the Veil have been signing or doing a meetup thing, like I don't know, a meet and greet thing at the Journeys tent, but you had to get there early to get a wristband. And so she pointed me out where the Journeys tent was, but it was in this area. It was called like the Woods. It was in this area which wasn't opened yet because they were setting up late. So me and my friend just waited there, and then we started walking around to the tents, like seeing Pierce the Veil, like Adam's tent, Adam Amachias. I think I said that right. I hate my life. We just started walking around, looking at all those, and then we went back and like. We just waited there for probably a half an hour, maybe an hour. No, probably not an hour. Probably a half an hour we waited there. And then, like, all these people started lining up. And we were like, mm. And we finally got in there, and then we made sure that that's where the Journeys tent was. So I was, like, looking around, like, fast walking. They were like, no running. And I was like, okay, well, I want to meet Pierce the Veil, so. And we were fast walking, and then I saw the Journeys tent, and a whole bunch of people, like, swarming over. So I started sprinting, like, literally sprinting. I don't sprint often, but I sprinted. I was like, whoosh. And I don't know, I guess Michael was following me. He was like, well, we were talking about it later, and he was like, you were running like so fast, like you could have won a race, but just like I sprinted for my life to get to that tent, and I fought to get a place in line, and I got a place in line. I'll insert a picture of my wristband right here. And then I was waiting in line. I'll put some stalker pictures like in a collage after I'm done talking, and then stalker pictures like of Pierce Savelle like coming in the tent, and I'm like, oh my god, I was so happy, like you don't even understand. I was so happy. And then I met Pierce Savelle, and here's my picture. Oh my god, like literally, I like what? I was just so happy. Like, I was sad that Tony wasn't there, but I was just like so happy. Like, I met Pierce Vic, like Vic, like he called me darling. Like, I literally almost passed out, and because like when I came out of the tent, like after, like I was like, and all these girls like, oh my god, she's crying, and I was like sobbing my eyes out, and I was like, well, I don't want to cry right now because I'm really ugly crier, like most people are. I mean, if you're not an ugly crier, like how? But I was just like, and then I was like sobbing my eyes out. I was like, oh my god, like I need to sit down somewhere. Michael said he thought I was gonna pass out. I thought I might pass out, but I was just trying not to be like a, oh my god. But seriously, when Vic called me darling, like the only thing about that sucked was you weren't allowed to give hugs. They're like, no hugs, and I'm like, but love of my life, I can't hug them. So I got up them, and I was just like, you know, like I've never gotten like that before, and I was just like, so I walked up, and I like there's a spot, and like Vic, and then an empty spot, and then Mike, and then Jaime, and then I was like walking up, and I was like thinking in my head like, what do you like walk? What are you doing? Sorry, somebody tweeted. I was like, what are you doing? And then Jaime had his hand out, and they all had their hands out so I could high five them, and then I went in, and then Vic was like, hi, how are you? And I was like, I'm good. I was like, I'm good, how are you? He's like, I'm good. He was like, you're enjoying your world tour? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, said something, and he was like, okay, have a good day, darling. And I was like, okay, like, thank you, Lord. Like, what just happened? So then I was sobbing. And then I walked out, and like, I said I was sobbing. I need to sit down somewhere. I sat down. Eventually calmed myself down, put some sunglasses on so everyone didn't stare at me because I was sobbing my eyes out. Like, why are you crying? It's Warped Tour. Like, what? Yeah, it was just really great. Like, and then we walked around to some of the tents to buy some merch, and I got a Warped Tour shirt. It's really wrinkly because I wore it, obviously. But I didn't want to get the, okay, so sorry if you got it and you're watching this, but I didn't want to get that basic tie-dye one because I feel like everyone would have that, especially because I saw people at my school that go to my school that were at Warped Tour, and I was like, I don't want the same shirt as them, which I'm pretty sure, like, I'm not the only one in the world who has this shirt, but it's not the most basic one. So it just says, what does it say? 2015 Vans Warped Tour, and I think it's really cute. So it's black, it has a pocket on the back, it has all the dates, and this was $20, I think. Pretty sure this was $20. And then I stopped by the Pierce Savelle tent, obviously, and I got this, it's called a flag, but I think of it more as a tapestry or tapestry, and it's just the Pierce Savelle one. And I'm actually in the process of redoing my room, so this should be fun and look really good on my wall. And then I also got, well, I have a lot of bracelets, but I got this Pierce Savelle one, and it came as a set, and this Pierce Savelle one, and this King for a Day one. And then also this lady came around, and she was like, if you text this thing to this number to save, I don't know, something about SeaWorld. I don't really remember. I'm sorry, but I thought it was a good idea, good cause, so got a bracelet that says, animals are not ours. PETA 2, free for all. So, that was really cool. So what happened next? So next we just stopped by, you know, like I said. Oh, I met Adam. I'll insert my picture with Adam right here. he is just so nice. Like, and then he signed this. Oh, my hands are very shaky. He signed this. You got one of these when you were in the line for the signing. And then on the back, it's just a picture. All of my lovers. And yeah, my friend Michael got one of these too, but he left his in my bag, and I was like, do you want it? Like, I'll run up to your house and give it to you. And he was like, no, just give it to your friend, because my friend is a really big fan of his, so I gave that to her. And I don't know, I just saw this, at the end when we were leaving, they gave out these, it's like going vegan and vegetarian and all that, and, Kellen Quinn is on the front, hey. And, which is funny, because I'm actually a vegetarian. I've been one for a while, so this is helpful when mom's like, what are you gonna eat for dinner? Like, you have to start eating meat again. I just show her this, and I'm like, well, let's see, what could I eat? Because it says, what can you try when you go out at restaurants, and what can you have in the fridge, and all that. So, like, things that I could make, so, and there's a lot of, like, of my idols in here. Look, wait, Betty. Tony's right there. So, I just thought this was good, and it has, well, I'm not going to show the pictures because there's some disturbing pictures in here, but if anyone wants to go vegetarian, I'll be like, hey, look at this, you should be a vegetarian, or, like, I don't, like, say, like, because I'm vegetarian, you have to be vegetarian, but I'm saying, like, you know, if you want to be vegetarian, hey, look at this book. So, that was great. I also met Nick Major, the alternative press tent. I'll put my picture right there. And he was really nice, and I didn't really get to see him for that long. I really wanted to sign up for the subscription for the 1-year alternative press, you know, magazine thing for $5, because it was like $5 for 1 year. It's like $5, $6 for one magazine, like, but I don't know what happened. Like, I was thinking about things, and then, like, Pierce the Veil was coming on, and I was like, what is happening? So I didn't get to do that, sadly. But, then Pierce the Veil came on, and I'll do a separate, Warped Tour, like, Pierce the Veil video separately, because I don't want this video to be too long. But, it was really good. It was really good, and I forgot to tell you that, since it was raining earlier, it was really, really muddy, and I want to insert a picture of my shoes. They were really, muddy. But they're fine now, because they are, like, I don't know what this material is because I'm dumb, but they're fine. They're good. There's a little bit right there, but, you know, wear shoes that you don't care about. Or, if you have shoes like this, wear these because you can clean them very easily. But Pierce the Veil came on. It was really good. I almost lost my shoe a few times. A lot of people were crowding a lot. You know, I'm not going to be like, oh, because this was my first Warped Tour, so, like, what do I expect? Of course, it's Warped Tour. Like, of course people were crowding and crowd surfing. But people don't realize about crowd surfing is, I was, like, not close, like, I wasn't, like, right next to them, but I wasn't, like, in the very back. Like, if they were right here, right, I was probably, like, right here. So I wasn't, like, close, like, here, but I wasn't, like, all the way back there. But, okay, so first there was, like, nobody around me. And why are you crowd surfing when there's nobody around me? I am, like, I have noodle arms. Like, literally, I have noodle arms. You can't see because it's a giant sweatshirt, but I have noodle arms. I am not going to be able to hold you by myself. So you're going to fall on the ground in the mud, and it's not going to be my fault because you're the one that decided to crowd surf. That's just my opinion. If you crowd surf, go ahead, like, have fun. Just make sure that there's people that can hold you up so you don't fall in the mud. I almost lost my shoes a few times. That was fun. Okay, let's get into the mosh pit part. Sorry, Mom. Okay, so here's the thing. I didn't go in the mosh pit. Like, I wasn't like, oh, let's go in the mosh pit. You know, punch people around. Like, I just kind of got pulled into one a few times. You'll see in a few of my clips from my other Pierce the Veil video that I got pushed around a few times. Yeah, it was kind of fun. How much time do I have left? Okay. Kind of fun, but I didn't really enjoy the mosh pits, but that's Warped Tour. What do you expect? Okay, I'm not gonna go complain and cry about it, but mosh pits, not my thing. They're not my thing, and I didn't do it on purpose, so don't yell at me, mother. Yeah. So, other things that I would suggest bringing is money for merch and food. Food's really expensive. I didn't eat anything all day because, not just because it was expensive, because I had money, but because, like, I keep saying this, but I met Pierce the Veil, and I wasn't hungry after that. Like, when I get too excited about things, like, I don't eat, so I didn't eat anything all day, but I did have water. I had, like, 3 bottles of water. I brought a water bottle with me, and then an extra cap, because they take your cap. Hint, hint, bring an extra cap, so when they take it at the door, you can put another one on, so you don't have to drink it all at once. So I filled my water bottle up twice. Did I buy a water? No, I filled it up twice. I don't remember. That day was all a blur to me, but I filled it up. So there's like the Cool Gear tent is where you can fill it up, or just the water fountains. We couldn't find the Cool Gear tent. We didn't really look that hard. If we would have looked harder, I'm sure we would have found it, but we didn't care that much because the water fountains were fine. Like, oh well. What else to bring? Bring food? No, not bring food. Don't bring. Well, you can bring food, I think. I'm not sure. Bring a water bottle with an extra cap. Bring money. I would suggest bringing a portable charger. I think they have a charge station where you can charge your phone or something, but I just brought my portable charger because I was like, and which was perfect because I was on 20%, and then Pierce the Veil was going to perform in like 30 minutes, and I was like, so I had to charge my phone. Yeah, don't wear things that you like wouldn't care if they got messed up. Like, I wore a Pierce the Veil shirt, black shorts, like, none of it got messed up. It got kind of dirty, but I can wash it, so it wasn't like awful. But and the shoes, obviously. Stay hydrated. I think there's misting tents, so like, but my work date wasn't that hot, so like, it was hot, but it was rainy, but not the whole time. Like, it rained and then it stopped and then it didn't start again by the time we left. There is a lot of amazing bands at Warped Tour. Like, if you're into that, like, you should go. Like, I hope you get to go. Like, it's like Disneyland, but better, you know? Like, I'm gonna go next year. I'm so excited. Like, it's just the greatest day. Like, I had such a good time. What else do I want to talk about? Warped Tour. What else did I bring in my bag? Honey. Oh, waterproof bag for my phone. Because I did not want that getting messed up. Bought merch, and I think that's it. I just had a really good time, and it's just really, like, chill there. Like, the people are nice. Like, we made friends in line a few times, and it was really funny. Pierce the Veil are great. I met my husband, Vic. He's not my husband. He's 16 years older than me. Oh, I'm half his age. Oh. Well, that got really depressing, and I'm gonna go now. Hope you enjoyed this video, and be sure to watch my Pierce the Veil blog, concert, Warped Tour thing. I don't know what to call it. I'm dumb. Okay, bye guys. Please subscribe.